So let's see
Yeah,
when
I'm
it
just
goes
waiting
live.
for the video to.
And
It is showing. Abhiram, in the old link, it is still showing unavailable, right? So it
okay,
might
okay.
take some time, I guess.
Let's see, let's see. It might not be the old link, maybe, right? I mean,
Oh,
then
okay.
let's
Yeah.
see.
That's what I'm figuring out.
Copy URL. I'm just pasting the URL. Right, we are doing this live stream first, right? I mean, first time.
Yeah,
So there you go. Yeah, it is different. It is different.
it is different. Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
perfect.
So yeah, I have sent you the link, and now you
Yeah.
can share. I mean, I am just going to share in Tux. Right? So yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, at 9:30 we will start, right?
Absolutely. So,
Absolutely. So muting the phone, I guess. Do not disturb. Yeah, there you go.
I'm just opening chat on my phone, so just in case if someone wants to interact, they can.
Okay. So by the way,
Yeah.
have you checked the resolutions? What are available up to 1080, right?
Yep.
Resolution is available up to 1080,
Resolutions
right?
are up to 1080. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that is
So they're
good.
not allowing 2K.
Okay, so I think maybe after the live stream they might, give out
Uh,
2K, right?
it's like I have seen gamers streaming 2K 60 FPS, right? So it might be like that some of the YouTubers are allowed if they have
Okay.
some amount of audience, I guess.
Okay. Right. Oh, okay, so I guess we have one concurrent viewer.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are streaming at 2K, 2K at, I guess, 30 FPS, right?
Uh, yeah, yeah.
So okay,
2K 30 FPS.
2K 30, perfect. So there is a lot of messages coming from Telegram and also.
Yep.
Okay.
Konal is my friend, right? Kritik is, I guess, yours.
Okay.
So one emoji from your side, one is from my side.
Okay. That is amazing.
Perfect.
Arjun is now here. Yeah. Right.
Right.
Okay. So Arjun, like, how is the stream? Like, is it working fine there? I mean, it might take some time for
Yeah. There will be a
that
delay
to,
of, I guess,
yeah,
15
delay of
seconds. Yeah.
more than 15, I guess, 1 minute or so. That is a delay, right?
No. No. It is less than.
Okay, it is less than 15. Okay, that is great.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of places, a lot of messages are coming in. I think I will go and disable notifications for Tux for 4
Yeah.
hours.
Perfect.
text channel disabling notifications on text, right? I mean,
Yeah,
no, it is perfect. Okay, so that is good.
that is one. Yeah, we are going to start in 2 minutes. So, like, if someone is waiting, just wait for 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyone wants to, yes, join.
Absolutely, absolutely.
1080p at all glory, no, like it is 2K, but like you can stream at 1080, I guess. It will be saved, I guess, at 2K
Yeah.
most probably. Yeah. Um, Arjun, like, how is the video quality? Like, mine and Preet Patel's. But Abhiram, yeah, okay. Uh, but Abhiram, like, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, yeah. That is safe. Yeah.
Your eyebrows and glasses have some halo effect. Yeah, that is a camera problem. Okay, so for Arjun, this is OnePlus, basically recording, right? And streaming via network. I mean, not network, via USB cable, and directly from my laptop, it is streaming to the server. And also, I guess Sprit is also doing something similar, right? I mean, phone to the
Absolutely,
laptop and
absolutely.
laptop to my server, and from there we are streaming to YouTube. So that is a whole setup.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I guess like
yeah,
very rare streamers are like caring about quality that we are caring, right?
yeah,
People
yeah,
I
we
guess
are
don't
absolutely
know
correct.
the difference between normal streams and our streams. Our
Absolutely,
streams are like best in the class. Like,
absolutely, absolutely. When we stream, we either go 2K or nothing at all, right? I mean,
absolutely. Even YouTube, like it processes 2K or just 360 and just premium.
yep, yep. I think I am really amazed that YouTube did even process at 1080p, right? I mean, our track
Yeah,
records
yeah.
doesn't show like that.
It has to, right? Otherwise, all the gamers will go to Twitch and other
Perfect.
streaming
By the way,
services.
it is 9:30, so do we start?
Absolutely 9:30. So, yeah, welcome all. Welcome to the Open Talks episode number 11. In this episode, we are going to talk about three interesting things. One is like we all know, it is Pegasus, right? So, Pegasus is like a spying organization which provides paid solutions to higher end authorities, and it's very interesting to talk about. Like, let's see, let's hope that we don't get hacked.
Absolutely.
Second is Nvidia, right? Nvidia is literally supporting Linux and porting lots of things to Linux. So I mean that is even Steam is supporting and Nvidia is supporting. Let's see what they're trying to do. And Microsoft has brought back Clippy. Yeah, so I mean that is also interesting, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, Varun, I guess let's. Okay, so uh, I guess everything is nice. Yeah, yeah, it seems like that.
It's not coming up. Okay, that is okay. Okay, there is. Hope it is synchronized.
No, it's not now.
Absolutely. Is your stream
Yeah,
stuck or
now
no?
now
Right?
it
I
is
mean,
there.
it's
Now it is
it's not
there.
stuck.
But
Okay.
is it like is it
So let's
synchronized?
say like
That's
let's do
the question,
something
right?
in parallel, right? So when I say yeah, yes, you can say please want to.
No, mine is fine. It's fine. Yeah. So I guess fist and 1 2 3, right?
I am
So
actually
just
ahead.
checking the synchronization,
I
right?
am actually
So
ahead.
1 2 and 3.
Okay.
Okay, mine
So
is yeah.
yeah,
My
I
mine
think we
is
can fix it next time,
yeah.
right?
I can reset my. So yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. So this is here.
So again, like, should we fist once more? So 1 2
Okay, yours is still
3.
lagging. And also it is stuck. Your stream is
Yeah.
stuck. What the hell? It is okay.
No. It is. It's not stuck. It is
So
working, but it's not stuck.
what do you yeah, I guess you
Should we
can't
like
restart it because
restart the face? But
you
at this
can
point,
you can
there's
you
no
can
way, right?
restart by going to another scenario which you can
Hmm. Let's see if that fixes.
yeah, okay. So
Yep, mine is also up.
okay, let's do. My
Fist
fist is already
then
there. My fist is already
okay.
there.
So 1 2 3.
I mean, it is synchronized enough, right? I
That is
mean, it
fine.
is
That is
synchronized
fine.
enough.
Let's go. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. So yeah, Brim, like, what do you like? Let me first put up the topic. Pegasus, right? Pegasus is like an organization which actually invades the loopholes in the OSs, different OSs, like popularly known as iOS and Android. Both are like nowadays, like, everyone has a smartphone, and generally the higher end people, like higher authorities, do security Apple, right? So is that Pegasus is an organization which kind of creates those exploits those loopholes to spy on those people. What they do kinds of attack. One is, and that kind of sideloads some kind of malware on your phone. That is one kind of attack. Second is you know without even touching, they'll just message you, and like, even with that, uh, you know your phone will be hacked, and they can actually spy on literally amazing levels. One is like camera, microphone, gallery, photos, and those things. So that is there. But the issue is that apple apple is very late at fixing the patches, as Abhiram told me in the evening, that
I mean, it
Android
is
is
not
open source.
late, right? I mean, like, you can
Yeah.
say late in the sense, like, they don't know the things yet, right? I mean, when they know it, it is fast, right?
Hmm.
But
Oh,
when
okay.
they know it, already people have exploited it, right? Like, that is a problem. Like, that is
Yeah.
the lateness which I am
Right.
referring to, right?
Right. So, like, like, you can also put your point, right, that Apple is actually more kind of infected with this thing, and how, and those things, right?
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, like, when you think about it, Apple as a company is a closed source, operating system they are delivering, right,
Yeah.
to the mass, while
Right.
Google is delivering open source operating system. I mean, Google with all other providers like Samsung, LG. LG is no longer in the market, I guess. I mean, yeah, they are not in the market. Okay, then there is like Sony. I mean, like Xiaomi. There is a lot of brands out there providing Google software. And when you think about it, Google is much more used, right, and tested
Yeah.
compared to Apple software. When you think about it, Androids are more than iOS devices when you compare globally, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Um, I mean, it's not a really big margin, right? I mean, there is,
Yeah.
it's like you can say a particular exchange, it is higher, right? Uh,
Correct.
okay, so let's say like Apple basically releases the software and someone figures out
Yeah.
a bug, a critical vulnerability from the of the operating system, right? I mean, think about something
Yeah.
like something which will give you the access to the kernel, right? Something like that. So how
Right.
likely is that to directly go to someone like Apple to basically like fix a bug rather than to some other secret organization who will pay like next level
Right.
amount of money, right, when you give it them, like.
Yeah.
So I guess the point is that they will obviously, if Pegasus, whoever created Pegasus, right? I mean, it is organizations of organizations who have created Pegasus,
Oh man.
and if they are asking, right, a person about vulnerabilities,
Yeah.
and if they are saying like, okay, we will give you like $10 million, then obviously
Oh man.
they are going to go with that, because the thing is Pegasus is paid for
Absolutely
these
correct.
vulnerabilities, right? I mean, like governments
Yeah.
are paying like millions and billions of dollars, right? I mean, uh, to get hold
Absolutely.
of this particular software, and with that
Correct.
what
Correct. Correct.
they are doing is they are actually getting uh, you can say amount, right? I mean, some fee
Yeah.
they can give to people who want to get more reward
Hmm.
for what they did, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can think about something like that. But for Google,
Hmm.
I guess less people will report like that, because most of the people who are
Correct.
finding the bugs are not really hackers, rather security researchers and those kind of people, right, who just seems to be interested in like finding how good is Android
Okay.
security, right? So
Yeah.
something like that. uh,
I see. I see.
so
But
I
bro, like,
think like,
what has happened
yeah,
is, actually, this software was created to spy on those terrorist organizations, like if they are planning some
absolutely.
evil or something like that, right? But what has
But now they are
happened
used
right
to,
now
yes.
is it is absolutely used the other way. Like, people are spying. Like one of the ruling authority is spying on the other competitive authority, and it's like that, right? Even not just just in the other countries, even in India, it is like it has happened. Like, I saw some politician's name in the newspaper. So I mean, it is serious, right? The thing is that people do think that Apple is more secure than Android, but it is actually not. Like, considering these kind of attacks and vulnerabilities, and the time between the thing is found, and it's found by someone and it is fixed, it is like not possible with closed source project like iOS. So Android is absolutely ahead in considering that point. It is purely secure.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I also think the same, right? I mean, Android, like the thing is, you can say no operating system is purely secure, right? I mean, if you want
Yeah,
to
that is
be
correct.
having some operating system which is 100% secure, you should not run any code which is external from the device.
Exactly,
Like it should
exactly.
just take the signals, process it, and that's it, right? I mean, rather than
Right,
taking
right,
some
right.
code and running in their general process, architecture, right? I mean, which will be
Yeah.
having some flaws in it, like 100% will be their flaws, right?
Because softwares are created by people and people do make mistakes.
Make mistakes. And the thing is, these systems are really complex, right? I mean, like whenever we ask somebody, like somebody who even made this processor, like some question like, does it is there a situation where it is going to break? that person will basically say like, I don't know, right? Because that person itself doesn't know the whole system. Like, he has only designed a part of the system, and
Yeah,
that is a problem because humans are limited, right? I mean, humans can't actually, you can say, think about the whole
right,
system always. Like, how this input will change to another,
correct,
like, how that input
correct.
changes, this input relates to the other input. Like, you can't think about
Yeah,
every different scenario, and most of the times we will actually
absolutely correct.
miss a lot of corner cases, right? Like corner cases in the testing, and
Yeah,
those are the things which actually
yeah,
these people
yeah,
exploit, and I don't think that there is a way to kind of stop it. There are some
mm,
things like jigglers and those kind of things which are coming up, uh, which are
mm.
like, I guess, softwares which will like give some
Okay.
random input, right, instead of giving a predictable input, right? And it will give out if it broke or not, right? I
Oh,
mean, the
okay.
program shouldn't like fault or do anything funny, right? That is what they are doing.
Mm, I see. I see.
So,
Yeah, right,
oh,
right. But
okay,
like, absolutely, to prevent this thing, users first of all like don't click on anything, right? First of all,
absolutely,
like you are not being targeted. The thing is that it is like generally Pegasus is the software is being used for targeting the VIP persons and who are like activists and those people, right? So generally you are not being hacked as of now. But the thing is that if you are being hacked, then whole of your personal life is kind of in hands of some nasty people. The thing is that don't first of all put your extreme personal information in your smartphone. That's the safest way to resolve these kind of issues on any which you get anywhere.
absolutely.
Just think thrice before clicking on any of the links. And third is like don't install software from any unknown vendor, like any website, even APK Pure and those websites are I don't trust any of them.
Perfect.
In
Okay.
this case, like just install the Play Store or App Store
Yeah,
or
even
maybe
Play Store
Android or
misses it,
those
right?
are
I
also good
mean,
open source
so
stores.
it's the thing is that you shouldn't
Yeah,
even give permissions to apps which doesn't need a particular permission, even though it is in the Play
which
Store,
is
right?
not required.
So the thing is, you
Absolutely.
should be intelligent instead
Yeah,
of
right.
uh, relying on others.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right.
Preet, I
Because
just
remember,
going
like,
to
hackers
like
are always,
uh,
yeah,
I'm just going to like
yeah, sure.
play like unmute the audio for a minute. I mean, in the live stream, so that I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure that it is like in synchronous, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can do it. Okay, while you are checking that, one more thing was what I was talking about is, yeah, do check out Android and those stores also. Like, those store actually support open source applications which are not actually supported by Google Play Store just because they think they are competitor for Google's own apps. So that is one thing. Second is it is itself open source. The Android itself is open source. So do support it.
Okay, okay, right. So I think we can go to next topic, right?
Yeah, synchronization fine. It's fine, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Like I actually don't know 100%, right, if the
Okay.
synchronization is
Okay. Yeah.
correct.
It
So
seems
yeah,
so.
I
Yeah.
think let's see it,
Mhm.
right?
It's fine. Like
It's in sync, I guess. It's in sync.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
So
next topic is uh, Nvidia is actually working as a good wisher of Linux, right? Actually, what has happened is in a demo which Nvidia showed, Nvidia was actually running a game on an ARM processor, and they have ported these things which I'm seeing now. Nvidia real-time denoisers, the RTX memory utility, DLSS, then RTX direct illumination, RTX global illumination. These things are actually not were actually exclusive for Windows, right? Till this time, but
absolutely.
they are now ported to ARM, and not just ARM. It was actually running. Arch Linux, right? Because they literally showed which OS they were running. So the thing is that uh, Steam Deck is saying like by the time the Steam Deck will be released, all the games in the Steam library will be accessible the to the Steam Deck. That is, Steam Deck itself is using Arch Linux. So the thing is that all the games which are requiring that I forgot the thing, but multiplayer that thing will be ported, will be compatible with Linux. Second thing, so the gamers which they also don't shouldn't be worried, because Nvidia is literally bringing all which are there in Windows to the Linux. So and the game ran actually pretty good, right? It was very smooth and those things. So one is ARM, second is Arch Linux. You can see like how the future is going. Linux is already ahead with ARM processor than Windows.
Yeah, like Linux ran ARM, I guess, from the start, I guess. The first ARM processor, first OS to be run was Linux, right?
Yeah.
And most of the thing is like if
Oh,
you even
I didn't know that.
make a processor, the first OS normally runs on that particular processor should be Linux, like because it is the easiest to
Yeah,
kind of make it work on some other platform because it is open source and anyone can open it and just check out the code and
absolutely.
even know why things are going sideways,
Hmm.
right? So
Hmm.
uh,
Exactly. It is very easier with Linux.
yeah, it's absolutely easy. So yeah, I mean, for me, like there is nothing to say about this topic because the thing is,
Yeah.
this is
Right, right,
absolutely
right. That
great,
is
right?
correct.
I mean,
Hmm.
these all should happen, right? I mean,
Right.
when we think about it,
Hmm.
Windows has been the go-to platform, right, for gamers and
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
actually, and
Right.
now there is
Now
a
the thing
change.
is that Abhiram, the thing is that Windows and x86, both of them should be worried, because now there is serious attention to Linux and ARM, right?
Exactly.
So I mean, the only I mean there are three things which are holding people from moving from Windows to Linux. One is like simplicity to use. That is like already there from, I guess, 4 5 years, with
Absolutely.
this, with KDE and GNOME and those things. So it is pretty easy to use Linux now. Second is uh, games. So games is like, if you compare the graph, like past 4 5 years and past 50 years, you'll see an exponential growth in last 5 years. So actually, within a year, Linux will level out or maybe surpass Windows.
Absolutely.
That is my assumption, and that has to happen because these two major gaming companies are focusing on. And third thing is enterprise. That we cannot do anything, but enterprise will also see sometimes that Linux is actually better, but that time is to come. So
I
maybe
mean,
in 10
when you think
years.
about like ARM versus like
Yeah.
x86, right? ARM basically
Hmm.
has a reduced instruction set that is basically like RISC, right? It's a reduced instruction
Yeah.
set computer. So what it has
Yeah.
is a little bit of instructions which can do everything, right? I mean, in the sense like you can build
Hmm.
any instruction from these combinations of these instructions. While this
Correct.
has the
Correct.
other approach to basically have a
Yeah.
particular instruction for particular special job, and
Yeah.
the use of that particular thing is that if you want to kind of
Hmm.
do a special thing, like for example do
Yeah.
a vector addition or something like that, then you can do it much more easier and faster in like CISC
Correct.
because they have a particular instruction for
Yeah.
it. It doesn't mean that
They
ARM can't do
implemented it.
it, right? ARM can do it in higher
Yeah.
clock cycles. But the problem is
Right.
that optimizing for ARM is really easy when compared to optimizing for CISC
Okay.
because CISC has so much instructions, right? I mean, it has a lot of
Yeah.
instructions which it can use. That is a problem because you
Absolutely.
can't just think about all the instructions and optimize the code. The compiler can also do that, right? Because compilers
Hmm.
are made in the, you can say, old days. Nowadays also compilers are being made, but the compilers are not being that optimal, because we are keeping on adding more and more instructions, uh, and
Yeah.
we can't just tell the compiler, okay, this instruction is faster than the other instruction, please use
Right.
this, and maybe like
Correct.
parallelizing these two instructions, which is better. Like these all things, if we say the compiler, we have to say a lot, right? I mean, to the compiler.
Yeah.
And that is the main problem, because like the program which compiler outputs might not be optimal in CISC.
Yeah.
This is why there
Hmm.
should be a switch to ARM, because the thing is that nowadays
Right.
normal desktops and even servers, right, are all running code,
Okay.
which is like, you can say, uh, not really too complex, but very complex, right? I mean, like it
Hmm.
is complex enough that no one human can write it in assembly or some optimized format, right? And kind of
Yeah.
give it to the
Yeah.
computer. So some computer which can, like, basically produce a optimal code and run optimal
Hmm. Hmm.
code
Hmm.
perfectly, easily, right? That is
Hmm.
going to win now. In the old days, CISC
Yeah.
won because the programs were not that complex, and people could go ahead and
Correct.
tinker with the stuff, right? I mean, okay,
Yeah.
I need this particular program. This need should be perfect. There is only, like, maybe like ten
Right.
thousand lines of code, and checks the 10,000 lines of
Right.
code, like, rearranges perfectly so that that particular platform is performing the
Yeah.
best, and uses special instructions for it, right? I mean, in the CISC you
Correct.
have special instructions. Nowadays we can't do that. That is the main problem, right? I mean,
That is not
when I think
possible.
about it,
Right.
and I think that is why,
Yeah.
I guess, CISC will have its own place, but I think on the
Hmm.
server space and also the desktop space, it is going to be lesser
Yeah.
and lesser used day by day. And the funny
Right.
thing is, Risk is also now not that simple, right? I mean, it is having a lot of instructions now.
Absolutely.
In old days, there were
Oh,
like
okay.
around like 80 instructions or so, right?
Yeah.
With
Oh
Risk.
man. 18 section.
Yeah, that is all. Like, that is all the instructions, right? Nowadays
Hmm.
with Risk, we have more than 200 instructions.
Okay. Okay.
And some of the arms do have, like, next level, like, even like the snapdragons have their own instructions, like their own special units.
Oh,
So that is why you have some
right.
applications which are optimized for snapdragons. You have heard about it, right? those
Yeah.
those can
That is correct.
actually, those are aware of those instructions are
Yeah.
existing in the particular
Yes.
machine, and kind of does use leverage the instructions, right?
Absolutely. And this
So
is one of the
yeah,
major issues with why your smartphone is getting slower day by day, right?
absolutely.
Because if the newer generation of processor is being released and they support new kind of this instruction sets, your application developer will kind of optimize their application towards that newer uh, instruction sets. So your old processor has to fall back even before its launch. That there are like legacy instructions. They have to fall on that because your processor doesn't support the newer instructions. That's why your phone is getting slower and slower day by day. But yeah, this is what is
Exactly,
the world
exactly,
now.
exactly, exactly. That is the thing, right? I mean, the legacy is legacy. Like, see, this is the utter
Yeah,
back.
it is absolutely.
They can't just code for every platform. They just optimize for the like current platform the best.
Hmm,
And they, if that
correct.
doesn't work, I mean, the majority, right? Not the current, like the majority, right? Who's which is used majority. If that doesn't work, then it just falls back, right,
Hmm,
to the
absolutely.
basic, actually, right? I mean, the bare bones,
Correct.
which will work on everything, right? And
Correct.
maybe
Correct.
they will also
Yeah.
have a little bit of optimized for the newer version, but they don't have it for
Correct.
every version. And processors
Yeah.
are released, I guess, every time, right? Now I guess Snapdragon
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
coming with, I guess, 4 nanometer processing, I guess. I
Four
think,
and
yeah,
yeah.
4
Yeah. Yeah.
nanometer.
Yeah.
There's a rumor. I
Even
mean,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
it's not confirmed, right? I mean, it's not. It's just a rumor, right? Hopefully, it is confirmed
Four
after some time.
4 nanometer, right?
4 nanometer, exactly.
Let's see, right? Just a moment.
Okay.
Let's see with the audience. Okay, so Microsoft 4 nanometer chip. Oh, even 3 nanometer is there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
SQ2 chip it is called, right?
perfect,
So
perfect.
that is 4 nanometer, and yeah, even 3 nanometer is there. So in 2022, you
Yeah,
might see 4 and 3 nanometer chips. And like just for the context of audience, if you go like the lower the nanometer, the higher the efficiency and lower the thermal output. So
but there are
it will be
some
cool.
caveats, right? There are some caveats.
Oh,
Like,
right,
there is
right, right,
quantum
right, right.
tunneling, those kind
Yeah.
of things increases, and
Yep.
more that increases, the clock speed decreases. Right? You can't
Oh,
clock it higher.
okay. I
So
see. I see.
yeah, this is why in the future you might see a decrease in clock speed, right? From
Oh,
the trend.
okay.
Like,
I see. I
because
see.
they
That
can't clock it too much high, because the quantum tunneling and those kind
absolutely
of
correct.
things makes it. What happens is that the transistors are too close, right? The electrons can
Yeah, they are
escape.
literally
To register it,
absolutely correct.
should take little bit more time. That's a problem, right? Like, clock speed is like,
Okay.
registering very fast, right? If higher the clock
Yeah.
speed, it has to register faster. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
problem is, if it is all leaking, the leaky tap you have to detect, then it takes time, right? And the
Definitely
nanometer
takes some
will
time.
be, nowadays it is all 3D fits, right? 3D,
Okay.
three-dimensional fits.
Okay.
In old days, it was all 2D fits. So nanometer basically meant the size of the substrate, right? I mean,
Yeah.
in the doping
Yeah.
area, right? But
Okay.
now what happens is that it is no longer you can measure it because it's 3D, right? So it is still
Right.
measured in the
Right. Right.
2D dimension, and just
I
said
see.
it is
I
2
see.
nanometer. But the problem is that it is not 2 nanometer. It is more than
Yeah.
that, right? Like, if
Oh,
you say
okay.
3 nanometer, it is not 3 nanometer. Like, it is having 3 dimension, right?
Oh,
It is
I
like,
see.
having a height also, right? I mean, so
Right.
yeah, it
Right.
is not just direct. Like, we can say, like, the transistor
Yeah.
is that small, right? Transistor is not
Okay.
that small. Like, it's bigger. But people
I
like to
see. I
call it,
see.
right? I mean, call the same
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
So power to
As
the
long
people,
as
I
the
guess.
scale is same, it is good to compare in that way, right?
I mean, now we are hitting the limit. Like, you remember, like, those
Absolutely.
days where 32 nanometer, like, we were stuck with it, like, for a long
Yeah.
time
Yeah. Yeah.
with Intel and all, right? And
Right.
that
Right.
time we were talking about, like, it is the end. It is the already end. And
Yep. Yep.
people were like, okay, here you go. Like, we can go up to 1 nanometer now.
Oh man.
And yeah, like, I mean, 1 nanometer is around, like, I guess, two times the atom of silicon, right? Like, or something like that. Like, if you check the size of the silicon atom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Okay.
that is like
Okay.
amazing, right? I mean, that scale of things, right? But the thing
That
is,
is pretty good.
like, it is dead end. Like, you can't divide more than the atom, right? I mean, you know like, how can you divide more than
Yep.
atom, right? I mean, you have reached the atom.
That is possible.
So
In the other reality, it could be possible.
maybe, yeah, yes, yes, yes. So I guess it is going to be the end, right, for the nanometer
Right.
game after this.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, we will see another silicon, right? I mean, not a silicon, right? I mean,
Oh,
some
okay.
other semiconductor, like
Yeah.
germanium. People are saying even carbon can be used as
Uh,
a semiconductor in
oh,
special circumstances, right? Yeah, right, right, right.
right. Right. Yeah. So I guess that breaks. So we can absolutely talk. And yeah, so it is going the nostalgia way. Like they are bringing Clippy back. If some people might not know, but in the old era,
New kids, right?
Clippy was the kind of an intelligent kid. He had inside the Microsoft Office suite, right? That navigated user if you want this thing, do this, do this, do that. See, Microsoft is actually bringing back Clippy, and it actually looks like this. That small image, tech on our Yeah, man. So what is your view
So
on this thing? I guess.
I mean, like Clippy was there forever, right? When you think about it,
Absolutely.
Windows
Why did they even
95.
kill it?
I mean, just useless, right?
Yeah,
Just roads
it is absolutely useless. Yeah.
is useless, but it kind of gives you moral support, I guess.
Yeah. If you
It is
want to
there
enter
just
like
watching over
12,000,
you, right?
yeah, if you want to enter like 12,000 entries in your Excel worksheet, it will just kind of support you from the background, like just a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
on, please. That was interesting character, and I mean that is interesting character because it
I
is
mean,
coming
pair
back.
with an AI, right? Like, maybe it can be better.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yep.
Microsoft, think about it, like pair with an AI, right?
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, what if Microsoft brought back Clippy with literally an AI running in background? I mean, they couldn't do with
Absolutely.
Cortana, so that is very less likely. But still, what if they just blow us all, blow us all apart?
Yeah, maybe, like, maybe they will.
Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The thing is, Clippy, right? I mean, Clippy is
Yeah.
like, I guess it was the icon of Microsoft back in the day, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone used to talk about like Clippy, right?
Oh man.
And Clippy sometimes even becomes angry in this thing, right? This-
Yeah. It's the era, like in that era, even was actually a good prestigious thing. So people didn't have the access to these many UI UX and content and those things. So people actually did appreciate in that time. But now, yeah, now it looks kind of dated. But let's see, like how they bring it back.
Absolutely, I think people will welcome it, I guess, because I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
anyone can opt out,
Because
right? They can just close it. It don't bother you, right?
yeah,
After that,
correct,
but I think there was a
correct,
lot of
correct.
animations which actually stick, right? I mean,
Yep,
I guess
yep,
even
yep, yep.
Windows 7 had that, right? Clippy, right? I mean,
Oh,
just
I
that
see, I see.
you had to install the older version of Office, right? I mean, the Office is the thing I think comes
Oh,
with the Clippy,
right.
right?
Yeah,
What do you think?
Windows
Like
7 was
Office
pretty
is
good.
like what do you
When
think Office is, right? The one with the Clippy, right?
Yeah, Office is actually having with the clip. Even I guess 10 will also support if you have that particular version. But
Was it in 2007?
yeah,
Like Office 2007? I don't think so, right? 2007 was
I don't think so. Nah, even before that,
2000. I guess there was Clippy, 100%.
3, right? 3 is same.
Three, I think. Yeah, three also
So
there was Clippy. I think. From there,
yeah.
that I think, yeah, Clippy was there.
Oh, okay.
So
Perfect.
yeah,
That is pretty good.
Clippy, right? I mean, what is next, right?
Yeah.
Normally, when you see like
Oh
TV
man.
series, you'll be like, one person dies, that person is resurrected again, right? Then again dies, then again
Absolutely.
resurrected, right? I mean, something like that, like Clippy is. I guess no one uses
Right.
Cortana though, right? I mean, think about it, like
Cortana, even Microsoft itself is like not promoting, right? You know that
anymore.
that
They're
Cortana
dead.
button is replaced with, yeah, it is replaced with search, right? That circle is now replaced with a magnifier icon. So Cortana is literally dead. That's what I think. Maybe they are like reinventing Cortana in the background. Who knows? But
I
as of
really
now,
liked
even
Cortana
Windows
just
11
because
doesn't
it
have.
was in Halo, right? Halo game, like
Oh
you
yeah,
have Cortana inside.
that is.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's extra Cortana. Voice is
right,
same, like
right over
everything
there.
is same. Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, but Cortana boss, I think it is not that bad when you compare to Siri, right? I mean, it could do
I
more things
mean,
than
see,
Siri.
it had an amazing voice, right? Even better than Siri,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
it could even do better than Siri at the time. But the only thing is that in laptops, people actually don't need AI. Even as of now, people actually don't need. Phones are, phones you do multiple things, so you need maybe I don't need it personally, but people might need. But in laptops, I don't think so. Like
I
that's
do
why I
think
guess Kotan are
what needs to be done is we need to have
yeah.
access to TV and those kind of things. Like think about Android, like
I
Google
see.
Assistant, right? I mean, it can turn off TVs, it can just
Right.
play something, right? So you can just ask like,
Google Assistant.
hey
Oh
Google,
man.
like play this video in the Android TV,
Yeah.
and just plays, right?
Absolutely.
That level of integration is
Absolutely.
what the people want with an assistant, and I
Hmm.
don't think
I see.
Microsoft delivered on that promise, right?
Yeah. Microsoft
Maybe
absolutely
Clippy
didn't
will,
deliver on that note.
maybe Clippy will.
Yeah. Clip. Like. Oh man. That
Clippy
would
will be like, do
be
you
next
want
level.
to like project this spreadsheet to your Android TV, right? I mean,
Yeah.
okay, this
Oh
this
man.
sales graph looks really discouraging. Let me make it encouraging. Like it just edits the numbers to all
Right.
positive, right?
Oh man.
Okay. Hope
Yeah.
it
It
doesn't
could
do
happen
that, right?
actually.
I mean, that will be very devastating for that
Yeah.
person, right?
Right. And Abram, like I just remember a good news. Like let's talk about that in detail in the next podcast. But the good news is like Microsoft has developed its own Linux, right?
Yeah,
Its
yeah,
own
yeah.
flavor of Linux,
Like
a
VPL or
distribution of
something, right?
Linux.
Microsoft
Yeah, there
VPL or
was a
something.
weird name starting with C.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
right. So I mean, it is there.
I mean, it
Like
is
let's
not
let's
even
talk
meant
about that in the
for
next podcast.
you can say general purpose, right? It is just
Normal user.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it is
it
you
is there
can
for
say
servers and
server
those.
OS, and yeah, like
Yeah,
I mean that is it, right? I mean no GUI, nothing. I mean you can compile and install a GUI, right? If you want.
nothing.
Obviously, I think it supports GCC and all
Hmm.
those things, right?
That is possible.
I mean it should support GCC, right?
Yeah, it
If
is
it
there.
supports GCC, we can compile any other thing.
It is there. It is there. Yeah, it uses D. I forgot the package manager. What is that? D starts with D.
DNF.
I actually forgot.
DNF.
DNF. Yeah, it uses DNF as of now. Yeah,
Okay, so Red Hat package manager, right?
yeah. Repositories are not the Reddit ones. It actually is different
But is it RPMs? I
because
mean,
it doesn't have
the
the KD and
packages.
um, it has to be right because it is actually using DNF.
DNF. So
But we don't know. Like actually, I have to research on that a little bit.
perfect. Like let's do it on the next podcast. So
Yeah,
I guess this is. I mean, I
yeah.
hope it is all synchronized, right? I mean, otherwise this podcast would be a
Let's
disaster. Is there any viewers?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
just confirm like if
Jathan
it is
is there. I
still
mean,
synchronized.
Jathan is there. So yeah, like
Yeah.
is it still in sync? Like anything like from Preet and me, like is it in sync? Let's hope someone answers. There are only two viewers, so uh, yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty much devastating for me. I mean, when compared to the recorded, should we change to recorded
Yeah.
format? I don't know, right? I mean, the live ones.
Uh, I think yeah. Let's see. Let's see how this performs within the week, right? Then let's decide.
Let's decide after that. Okay, perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
So
So I guess let's roll the outro.
perfect.
Yeah. So I guess please do like, share, and subscribe, right? There are like 57% people watchers are not subscribing. So please do subscribe if you like. And also like, share, and subscribe.
Give this video
Like
to Sven.
we always yeah, absolutely. Like this time like we had uh, I mean we every time we kind of give information which is always useful to all the people, and even like tech savvy people are even more interested. So please suggest this podcast to your tech savvy friends, right? And yeah, every Sunday at around 9 p.m. we'll be there for you. Perfect. If you have any doubts, let us know in the comments, and Tux Forums is also always there if you want to ask for more help. in detail. Okay, bro. So let's
Roll the outro.
say goodbye.